Hello everyone, welcome back. Continuing to work with our van build. A lot of things happen, like we got monetized after the last video, which we recap all the job we did. We reached the threshold of the 4,000 hours and 1,000 subscribers, which I'm very thankful for you guys. I'm planning to do an extra video about it if you're interested. I will talk about all the process and the effort we had to take to reach it. It's freezing outside and we were searching for a garage where we could work through the winter. And since it's minus outside, we cannot work with the water system. We don't want to take that risk, so we are continuing to work with our cabinets on a kitchen side. Checked the measurements for the 10th time before we do something with the structure, but everything feels right and everything feels that it's perfectly fit as counted before. We did those lousy sketches, but they worked until now. Definitely not the best quality, but I can read them. That's all that matters, I guess. This is how cold it is. And yeah, let's jump to time-lapse. Don't mind my 10 layers of clothes because it's really cold out here. The weather is hard to describe, it's really wet. We have no snow in the middle of the winter. It's the first winter like that. It's really strange, but we have to continue working. This wouldn't happen if we just do the planning twice more than we did. And we will continue with the gas tank. It's an extra light gas tank which weighs fully filled only 5 kilos. I think it's the best for a van builders. This one is enough for around 2 months, but we will do a test on that, of course. Everyone has different needs on their gas, and we will just use it for our oven. We will work on a box for our gas, which will have this small hole over here, and if the gas will leak, it will drain through this small hole, which is original hole for the van chassis to hold the floor. But we are not using it because we glued everything and we have another screws to hold everything in place. So we're gonna do the box, the one shelf over here, which will be also the holder for our oven. Trying to use every space to live comfortably, and we need the place where we're gonna put the shoes, which should be in front of the entrance, and we believe this is the viable space. Maybe. is the final result. The prepared area for the oven. We had some interesting solutions as always, but it had to be done. I will explain later. Issue, or I can say a tip: don't set unrealistic goals for that day, because every day you are setting the goal to do something and in the evening you see that you just did half of it, and it's damaging the morale for sure. So I just today tried to introduce what we will do today, and I did the same mistake as I do usually. I set up unrealistic big goals that I will put my oven today, but we are done for today and see you tomorrow. It looks so simple, but it took so much time till we get here. What I have done over here is I didn't count one little metal strip, so I had to cut 1 centimeter inside of my wood because of this little ear. Plan now is to put it from the upside and squeeze it in through this line. After all, it fitted perfectly. This little metal edge inside of it, I cut it this one, and as you saw we put the oven from top. But now another challenge arose: how to straighten it. There's nothing useful in the instructions. The screws are going over here and here. Other ones non-existent. Maybe this one. It's not helping at all. From the bottom, it's also quite messy situation. So I will try to manage some kind of wooden brackets which would connect to the strongest parts of the oven. Next step, I will cut the board underneath the oven over here, which will be the holding board. Well, actually all the weight and the structure is made to hold 4 screws over here. Another short tip: I'm preparing everything with our original board, which we will use on top, so I know the exact measurements. One of the best investments. I thought that our wood is trash, but actually invested 50 euros into this, and cutting with the expensive one instead of 20 euros, it just cuts so much better, and it doesn't leave any marks that are cracked from the original board. Well, yeah, let's go check if my plan worked with the holding one. In theory, well, not just in theory, it looks like it worked. It was really hard to start somewhere because it feels like you do one part and the another part needs attention. If you put one board, you don't have any other options to reach some kind of difficult parts, but you have to start somewhere, right? Got to get a little bit creative because I just realized that this long screw is blocking this place, so I will use it over here. I did this little ridge because gas is like a water, and I will make one little hole over here and another hole in the chassis, original one, as I explained. It will go down the drain. Yeah, another here's thing, the fridge. I haven't mentioned it because we haven't started with the kitchen area yet, but now since we're in the middle of it, we have 86 liter fridge with a separated area for freezer, and it looks like that. It's around 2 times bigger than the usual one, and I wanted to separate the area for a freezer because we want to store some frozen vegetables and other stuff. And this area, it's pretty standard, just a little bit bigger than a classic 50 liter ones. Because we're going to live full time, we have to have a little bit more. It's of course 12 volt because of the power efficiency. Not that heavy, I think it's around 15 or 20 kilos. And the width of this fridge is exactly as we left the space for it. Same as the oven, it's 54 centimeters, something like that. Oof. I'm really excited to see the progress. Not like spending money like crazy and there's nothing.
And just storing things.
Yeah. Our kitchen worktop is pretty large, so it's for the test. If we need something extra, we will add it. Right here we have the small space we will use for the forks, spoons and knives. This will be a very thin area, but it's only for 2 people, and we are cleaning our dishes after we eat always, so we don't need extra 10 parts of everything. I will try to explain what I'm doing right here. So in the beginning I will attach these two to hold this one, so the fridge don't go in front and to the back. This one and this one, so it will be stable on those sides. And then I will attach this bigger one, so it stops going to the one side and another side. Also, this is a little bigger, so on these I will also attach this belt, which will go all around the fridge, so it don't go up and down. The last surface is secured as well, prevents us to going up and down. Those belts are quite strong, nothing too crazy, my invention, but I think it will do the job. So all sides are secured from wobbling. Everything will be covered with the shelves and worktop. So we can continue with the box for our gas tank. Have to test if this strap is going. One test was not enough. We are also using some primer. First of all, it will secure inside of this hole, and secondly we will see how it will pour down, so we will know 100% that it is working, because the gas is like a water in general. It just goes down and it drains on the lowest point. Okay, let's go. Okay, after some tests, it is working, because it's dripping. Yep, it is working, Vika. So our gas leak hopefully would go over here, and we will keep it just next to our gas tank. So this is the lowest point of our car. For those who are curious, I found this metal band and where this screw goes. It goes over there. It's all good because the screw is going over here, and this is the cover for that, so I don't see the water coming inside through this and through all of it. But maybe if I feel too OCD, I'll put an extra cover over here. I came up with the idea to not use the full length wall, just to save a few extra kilograms. So I'm using a plywood, and only I will use it on the places I need to use the drawer slides. So I would save all of this sheet, which is weight and space. I'm saving a little bit of space by putting them inside of those brackets, not on top of it, which was easier and saved the half of the day. But we want to maximize the space. Now we are going to work with the last slider over here. I got prepared this plywood, and after we are going to work with another side. I didn't put this wall first because we have some space to work over here. And usually those kind of jobs just take so long that you cannot even estimate or imagine, because it depends certain measurements and the stuff you find in your shop. For example, in our case, in the same moment we built everything, because we wanted to use drawers just in front of our fridge. Then we planned where we will store our pan, where we will put our knives and forks, etc. Just above our fridge. There is tiny gap, like 4-5 centimeters, and I believe it will be the best use for it. Classic, but it's taking 5 times more than we anticipated. So get used to it if you haven't done your first build. Of course, you can buy the pre-made gas plastic airless tight box, but since we have a different kind of gas tank, we decided to make it ourselves, and it takes extra day as usual. We were building and building around the fridge, all those cabinets, holders, fixators, and other stuff like straps, and I understood that if it's not working, this all work will go to the waste. So it's about time that we test our fridge and how much electricity does it actually take in 24 hours. Battery. Okay. I will check tomorrow at the same time, 3 o'clock. How much energy did it take? So now it's 79%, 13.25 volts. And I will turn on the fridge for the first time. Vike?
We need 15 ampere fuse, and that's it.
Okay, so this is our first try. I will also add a screen recording so we know how much electricity does it exactly take. The red lights when the circle is finished and unfinished, so it's supposed to work right now. Woo! Electricity is here, Vika. Okay, it's nothing happening because we have to turn this switch on. Try. The compressor is working.
It's supposed to be working.
It's really quiet. Let's see.
Okay, if we turn more, we get a little bit more of a sound, but it's first time cooling off, so he needs energy to do it properly.
Wait, and how about the freezer actually?
We do that now until a few hours.
And we need a thermometer to check how much is 3, how much is 1.
Or just read the instruction.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. We have to run the test for 24 hours. So tomorrow, 3 o'clock, we see how much did it took. We can
put ice cream in the freezer.
It's not that exciting because it's winter, but maybe we will appreciate it later. while building a van and you want to custom drawers, don't laugh too much when you have to make everything by yourself, because you don't know the alignment of your drawers until the time you're actually going to put them. For example, it was 8 millimeters off, even though everything looked straight. So while doing the drawers, the most important measurement is this one. For example, the front has to be the same as the back. And now I am putting the second side, which is pretty tricky because it's hard to reach everything. but it is possible. Okay, Vicky, now I need your help. 24 hours passed and we will check how much electricity did it take. We started at 15:05, something like that. And of course the fridge is not working full time. And it's not the accurate measurement because the outside temperature is around 8 Celsius. And our tester ice cubes. Okay, wait. Victron. Wow, and the state of charge is 76%. And it's 13.26. I don't remember how much was before.
I think 79.
Or 78 maybe. Ice cubes. Okay. The ice cubes are real ice cubes. Yep. So actually the result is stunning. It's, let's say, 3 or 4% per 24 hours. It's really amazing. Okay, so the fridge is working, even though we stacked it and tested afterwards, but everything worked fine. We will continue the work with the kitchen area, and thank you for watching. See you next time.